Hello, I'm Joey Haskins, and welcome back to You've Never Seen, in which I showcase a movie you've probably never seen before. You don't need to be in film circles to have heard of Alfred Hitchcock. From his iconic profile, his hit series, and his many films, he's probably one of the most important figures in media history. Of the films he's made, his most well-known are Rear Window, Vertigo, North by Northwest, The Birds, and of course Psycho. But the master of suspense has directed several films over his long career, many of which aren't as popular as those 5. We already covered one of them, The Lady Vanishes, way back in episode 5 of this series, but that was Hitchcock in his early days, before he went to Hollywood. When he did eventually go out west in 1939, his clout would grow even more with every film he made. Hell, the first film he made in America, Rebecca, would end up winning Best Picture in 1940. But with World War II fast approaching, Hitchcock's Hollywood career slowed as he would help with the war effort by making some shorts for the Allies. It wasn't until after the war when things started to pick up for him, and just after it ended, made one of the first films about post-war Nazis, Notorious. Notorious is a 1946 film written by Ben Hecht and directed by Hitchcock. In terms of cast, he brings back people he's worked with before. Cary Grant, who starred in the Hitchcock film Suspicion, and Ingrid Bergman, who he worked with on Spellbound. Notorious had actually been in the works since 1944. The original producer, David O. Selznick, was mostly in and out of the project as he was working on another film. In need of some money to support that film, he took the package deal of Notorious, that being its script, Hitchcock, and Bergman, and sold it to RKO. Which in reality was a win for everybody, especially Hitchcock, as he could show his skills as a producer. He cast Grant as the leading man with no trouble, and adjusted the script to his liking with no execs breathing down his neck. But Bergman and Grant aren't alone in this movie. The villain character is played to devilish perfection by Claude Rains, originally a choice by Selznick. Hitchcock wanted Clifton Webb to be the villain at first, but Selznick was adamant that Rains could provide the star power needed for the film. Whether or not Hitchcock agreed is anyone's guess, but Rains was cast in the role anyway, and it's honestly a pretty good choice. Not only does he provide the sort of nuanced and sympathetic, while at the same time tyrannical persona for the role, but it also reunited both Rains and Bergman from Casablanca. What the characters in Notorious try to understand with each other is trust. Bergman is Alicia, the daughter of a convicted Nazi spy who's hired by Grant's Devlin to infiltrate an organization of Nazis who've escaped persecution. One thing leads to another, and Alicia goes so undercover, one of the Nazis, Sebastian, played by Rains, asks for her hand in marriage, which she accepts, despite the fact that she and Devlin have been in love since the beginning of the film. So everyone is trying to ink out some kind of trust. Bergman mainly gets the brunt of it, as she tries to get Sebastian to trust her that she's not in love with Devlin and not a spy, while Devlin tries to get Alicia to trust him that she won't die during this mission of hers. And that question of whether or not she will die grows as the film goes on, because what does the master of suspense do better than suspense? The suspense in Notorious, though, is different, thanks to its impeccable cinematography. The close-ups in this film are beautifully crafted, with several tight shots showing the intensity and importance of what's going on. There's also a lot of really good tracking shots, usually starting on a wide and ending it with a close-up. Notorious has a lot going for it, but something to take note is that this seems like the film that marks the beginning of who Hitchcock would eventually become. And although Notorious is not included in Hitchcock's 5 most notable films, many could make the argument that it belongs in that number 6 spot. In all honesty, that number 6 spot could be debated to the end of time, but many over the years have noted just how good Notorious is. Many have put it on their greatest films of all time lists. Acclaimed critic Roger Ebert is one of those people, and has even stated it's his favorite Hitchcock film. The screenplay by Ben Hecht has also been noted by the WGA as one of the best. That screenplay would earn Hecht an Oscar nomination that year, alongside Claude Rains for Best Supporting Actor. With good performances throughout, great cinematography, and an underrated score by Roy Webb, Notorious belongs in conversation with Hitchcock's most popular pieces. The film is currently available to watch on Tubi for free, or you can check it out at your local library. With Western Media Center, I'm Joey Haskins, and I'll see you all next time.